Hi, me again. Well, today I'm talking about stuff while I grill. I'm doing a smoker, and I think you can see that. Hope you can. If you can't, well, too bad. Doing a smoker here today on a beautiful New Mexico day. Leaves are starting to finally come in on everything. Got fountains going. Not all of them are filled. They got to be filled. We're talking about grilling. And we're talking about the char grill that's here. And really nice char grill. It's a Texas Trio, they call it. Very, very nice smoker. It's a side smoker, so as you can see, your firebox is separate from the meat and helps keep the meat from catching on fire, which is kind of a problem too when the fat starts to dribble on it. And no, I'm not using a brisket on it. It's a bit much for two people. Toward the 4th of July, I will do a brisket on it, which tends to kill all the kids that are in the park way down that way. They go home wanting meat. Mom and Dad give them a bologna sandwich. I'm sure that's going to be fun. But that's not my fault, so, you know, they can grill just like I can. Just got this thing. Took a couple of years worth of saving to get stuff that you like. But it's not too bad a price. These ones, they use a charcoal on one side. Which is the side you want to do your grill on? You do your searing on your gas side to sear the mix onto the meat. And then you use your smoker to imbue the flavor of smoke, which is mesquite. Smells really good out here. Of course, I smell like mesquite now, and we'll have to take a complete shower and scrub down the minute I get done with this. And of course, all the pigeons and stuff around here are watching too. I think they're up there on the wall. They still are. They're mad. There's one right there. Actually, just flew by. So, but you've been watching the war on Ukraine, and noticed some things that I thought was interesting. It looks like Russia's not just in panic mode. They realize that if we start using some of the weapons that are used in the United States inventory, that could be carried by some of those drones, I'll bet only one or two at a time, they won't have any tanks left. I mean, God forbid if we gave May 10s, that would be the end of the battle altogether, because I don't think Russia has a way to defend against those. They do so much damage in one pass that really one pass on a road would have one hell of a lot of tanks destroyed. But we're not going to give them those, and I understand that. Getting in direct conflict is a bad idea. But if we do, I think it'll turn out on the bad side for them. It all comes by arable land. If you get in the type of war he keeps threatening, they won't be able to eat food. Because who says we're going to blow them up above the ground? They could be ground burst. That pretty much could take care of anybody deciding to eat a sandwich or eat some corn or eat some wheat when it's all irradiated. They're not the Soviet Union anymore. They're not as big as they are. And before, I believe, we could destroy, like, I think it was 100% of their arable land, and this was when they were the Soviet Union. Now, you really could literally, yeah, you wouldn't kill them all in the same day, but within 6 months there wouldn't be anything alive there. That was enough for politics. So back to normal topics. Normal topics are, I wish we could get some rain in New Mexico. I'm pretty sure you guys could maybe help, just to, every one of you clasp your hands and say, please God, give us rain in New Mexico. That would be nice. We need rain. And I know that's probably not going to happen, but if you guys can do that, that would be very nice. We haven't had rain in so long, I forgot what it felt like. Anyway, we're talking the medium rain. That'd be nice. Heavy would be good too, any of it. I'll take whatever I can get. So, everything here is, when they say lawn in New Mexico, they mean lawn as in the rocks. And that's always a pain, isn't it, when you have just rocks. We go out here and do our bit. And put water out for birds. And not fancy, but it's what we do. Beautiful little view of the mountains here in a suburb. I don't think you really call it. Albuquerque doesn't have really a suburb. It's just a couple big buildings downtown, but most of the town is all the same height. It's quite a few miles to the other side of town. We're more spread out than upright. I think about 35 miles. Who knows? Something like that. A climate year-round that has basically spring, summer, and a little bit of winter. We don't really have a fall, per se, like you have on the East Coast or anywhere else. This just doesn't happen here. We do our gardens. This year we're not going to do much of a garden, probably tomatoes and a couple other things, but that's about it. That's just the way it goes. I mean, we live in a climate. The bugs come out here and they wipe out everything we grow. It doesn't matter what I do. We put nets over them last year, but even with the nets, we planted squash and it was just decimated. I think we got like 3 squash that actually survived. So it's one of those things, you know. You're not going to get a lot of plants growing when you have bugs coming in so bad. And that's the way that goes. So every year we have a little bit of fun. And try to clean out fountains while I'm talking to you on the phone here. It's weird doing it this way. Everybody else has got these professional setups, and that's nice, and I think they're great people by doing it, that they have a professional setup. But at the same time, cameras on the phones now are way better than they used to be. And washing on a fountain. Put it down on the ground and wash out even more. Birds got a drink too. Although most of them are pigeons. I think in New York City and the place East Coast, you don't have to worry about water, do you? You just have rain all the time, which is weird. Out here, wow, we've gone almost 6-7 months sometimes without rain. The only reason I noticed this one is there was a pigeon on the wall looking at it and then looking at me. They wanted to take a bath. That seems to be the way everything goes nowadays. And fountain up and running again. Well, bird bath in this case. And the whole thing about smoking is tripping. The whole thing about smoking is just making sure you let it sit and smoke. Started about 9:20 in the morning, and you go around 300 down to 220 depending on how much wood you have in there. Smoke looks good. Meat looks good. You like the meat? Yeah, you go. Then you wait. A little bit of wet wood and a little bit of dry, and then chunks of wood over there. And you sit and watch it smoke. But I watch the fighting going on in politics. That makes me ill. It's changed my behaviors. I tend to turn off news. I cannot believe they even bother to let somebody who just constantly lies, and when I say constantly lies about stuff to get people killed, even make statements. Why they even cover him anymore, I don't know. He's running for office. I can't believe anybody would vote for somebody that's supporting an outright enemy to the United States. Don't have to say who he is, but he is our enemy. Remember that.